So now it's your time to present and share your screen, Miss Gita. So the time is yours, please.
Okay, thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Nice to see you, everyone, my brother and sister from around the world. I'm Gita from Halal Institute. I would like to share about Indonesia Halal Standard that we call as Halal Assurance Product System, as you already known by since yesterday, I guess. So today we will getting more detail about what is Indonesia Halal Standard or halal system in Indonesia. Since everyone here, attendee here, will become a halal auditor. So we have, I think, we will get more. We can discuss more about our Indonesia standards. So anytime you want to discuss about my presentation, please don't hesitate to hand.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Everyone can see my presentation?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So as we know together, Indonesia implement its own halal system. It called Halal Product Assurance System. Actually, this system is renewed at 2021 before we before the system getting more integrated with other system in Indonesia. We already implement the Halal Assurance System, HAS, from MUI. It is voluntary, but since 2021, it is integrated into Halal Product Assurance System, and from voluntary, it shifted from a voluntary to a mandatory. So every product that is come to our territory must get the halal certificate, both from Indonesia or from HCB that already recognized by BBGPH. So okay. So if we're talking about our system, halal system in Indonesia, you can remind the system as an integrated system. So the key word of our system is, wait, where is the, this application is really new for me, so okay, I cannot find. Center taruh di mana ya, Mas? Spotlight, okay, forget it. So the halal system in Indonesia, the keyword is it is the integrated system that combine, that manage the material, how we process, how we manufacturing the material into the product, and then how we deliver the product. We keep it, we package it, and then we deliver to the customer, how we serve, how we sell it, all of this, how we distribute, all of this chain, or we can call halal value chain, we call it as halal product assurance system. So this is what we gonna arrange or implement in our business process. So the keyword is the integrated system from the material until the product delivered to the customer. So that is the halal production system. In Indonesia, the halal production system, the certificate will be valid until there is no change about the composition of the material. So if you want to change the brand, for example, so you have to register the new certificate. But if you doesn't add some new material, a new ingredient, so the certificate will be still valid. So it's different from the other certificate around the world. Some country, other country, maybe valid for about 3 or 4 years, but in Indonesia, it will be valid until there is a change of the ingredient, a new ingredient. So if we're talking about the criteria of the halal system in Indonesia, we have 5 criteria. The first one, you don't have to remember, but I hope you can try to understand. I'm sorry. Is it need to be translated first, or is it okay to be conducted in English? Kang Asep?
It's okay.
Okay, it's okay. Thank you.
Lanjut Ibu, lanjut.
Oh, okay.
Oke.
Okay, so you don't have to remember our 5 criteria, but I hope you can understand, you can get the point. The first one, just imagine if you want to implement something, the first thing you have to do is you have to commit. You have to commit. Okay, I'm gonna implement the system, so I will have a commitment to do the particular of the procedure or term and condition. And then after you have commitment, you have to be responsible for your commitment. So that is the criteria number 1, commitment and responsibility. And then after that, the next step that you have to deal with is the material itself. How you choose the halal ingredient, how you choose the supplier, the list of supporting document. This is how you deal for the criteria number 2. That is material or ingredient. And then after that, you already have commitment, you already have the material, then you must process. If you want to produce something, some product, and then you have to change the origin of the material, or you make a manufacturing, or you process the material into the product. That's what you're gonna deal for the criteria number 3. Halal product process, or you can call it as halal value chain. It is the same meaning. Halal product process is how you prepare the material, how you make it clean, how you keep it safe, far from najis. You keep it no contamination, and then how you manufacturing the material, how you process, and then how you use the package, and then how you distribute, sell, and serve. This is that all that you will deal with the criteria number 4. 3, process. Then after that, you make the product, and then how you evaluate the whole system. So the first, let me repeat, the first thing is the commitment or responsibility. And then after you have a commitment, you deal with the material, and then you deal with the process, because the material, you will process the material into the product. So in the middle, you have the you have to deal with the process, and then after that you will produce the product. And then the last one, you have to monitor every step and evaluate the whole criteria. Okay, this is the emphasize this in my session. It's like I emphasize the previous lesson, and then after my session, you will getting more detail about each of criteria. So you will the lesson will be continuous repetition. The first one is criteria number one is commitment or responsibility. You have to, as an halal auditor, you must check. This is my slide, or you already learned about this slide yesterday. But if we someday you pass this training and then become an halal auditor, the first thing you have to check in the first criteria, the commitment and responsibility, is does the business actor has halal policy? Halal policy is the statement about how they commit to implement the halal system in their company. So you have to check, does your company have halal policy? Oh, yes, for example, they said. And then you can check, please show us your halal policy. Sometimes they can show you the standing banner that is already include the halal policy, or is it mini poster, for example, that they put on in their factory, anything. But the basic thing is halal policy must be put in the factory, so every employee can will know and can see that we are in the middle of implementing the halal Indonesia halal system. So you must check the first thing you have to check is the halal policy. And then the second one, for the management responsibility, you can ask the business actor whether they have the halal management team. Halal management team can consist of the business actor itself, and then or the halal and the halal supervisor, and then the manager of every field. For example, manager of production, manager of distribution, manager of logistics. But everyone in the halal management team must be responsible to implement the halal scheme in their own field. So please ask, does the everyone every person in the halal management team already get the halal awareness or not? Because they must know about the halal manual, Indonesia halal manual. They must know about that. So the business actor must give the halal management team awareness about Indonesia halal system. And then the second one, if they must have halal supervisor. You can check if the business actor is they categorize as the micro or small industry. The scope of their industry is micro and small. Then this halal supervisor can only have one kind of certificate, one kind of certificate, which that is training. But if you deal with the business actor, that is the scale industry is medium and large, then the halal supervisor must have two kind of certificate. The training itself, and then the second one is the competence test. So may I repeat again? if you're dealing with the business actor that's the scale is micro and small, then the halal supervisor must have one certificate, that is a training certificate. But if you are dealing with the medium and large, then the halal supervisor must have two kind of certificate. The first one is training, and the second one is competence test. That is about the management responsibility. So after they have, if they implement Indonesia Halal standard, they will have a halal manual. Please ask the business actor, do you already give a socialization about this manual to every company? You can make a sampling. You can ask one of their employee, or maybe if you come to the field and then you're passing by one of their employee, and then you can ask, do you know about the halal production system in Indonesia? Do you already implement about that? Do you know the procedure about that? You can ask random of the employee to check whether they already give socialization to every of the employee, not only the supervisor, not only the manager, but every employee in this in one business actor must know about this system. Okay, so we already passed the first commitment. Any question about the first criteria, commitment and responsibility? Okay, we continue to the second criteria, that is material. We know the material, raw material, additional material, or auxiliary. Sometimes maybe business actor only use the first one, this one, or they can use two kind of material, or they can use every material. That could be okay as long as it is comply to our regulation. And then beside these three, we also make packaging and then the cleaning agent as a mandatory to be examined. So please check whether this material derivative is halal. How if it's come from animal, please make sure the animal is halal. Or if it's halal, please make sure the animal will be slaughtered in Islamic law. And there's no contamination from najis or haram thing. If it's and then please check if the animal already mixed with the additional or auxiliary material. Please make sure the additional and auxiliary is halal, that comes from pig or dog derivatives. And then for the plant, we must be checked too. Is there any additional or auxiliary material? And the microbe, please check how they will they use the media from a pig or not. So this is the derivative of pig, so please be careful. Any kind of contamination or any kind of ingredient that comes from pig derivative could become one of our ingredient. So next one. Maybe maybe in some other country will be different a name of the pig derivatives, but every part of a pig could be used in every product that we use, that we consume today. For example, the toothbrush, the brush itself could become from the hair of the pig. Tableware, for example, tableware, if it's made of a ceramic, it could be used bone ash. Bone ash could be comes from the bone of a pig. And then for goods that we use in our daily life, like a wallet, like bag leather, or shoes, for example, that contains of leather, it could becomes from leather of pig itself. So there's many Indonesia not only taking care about only food and beverage, but and meds and cosmetic, because that kind of product will be absorbed or will be comes to our body. But the goods, the product that we use in our daily life, even though the product not will be comes to our body, that it's like only we use like toothbrush or bag or clothwear, footwear. In our regulation, it will be prohibited if it's come from animal like haram, like pig, or contain the pig derivatives. So that's why our government really concerned about those kind of products. So if the product doesn't have the halal certificate, then you must prepare the supporting document. Please make sure the supporting document still valid about the date, about the institution that issued the document, and then if it's about statement of pork-free facility, it must be issued by the person, not from distributor or the supplier. So as an halal auditor, you must pretty detailed check about it. And then the for the critical point of the ingredient, the material, the ingredient, it's quite complex. So as when you have a duty as an halal auditor, the ingredient will be the biggest part to be checked, because if many country doesn't have halal certificate from Indonesia or from their own HCB, or even though they already have the halal certificate from the HCB, but if they don't register the product to BPJPH, it cannot be used to. So it's pretty complex. So you must check layer by layer, step by step. If the ingredient doesn't have halal certificate, then you have to check does the COA comply to our regulation. If they don't have a COA, please check the MSDS, and then, or you can try to laboratory check to check the DNA or the alcohol. So there is so many parts in the on the ingredient that you have to check. So the next criteria is process, halal product process or halal value chain. Halal product process, we know the process that must comply to our regulations since the ingredient, how we prepare the ingredient, how we choose the supplier, how we choose the place where we buy. Because if we buy if the business actor buy ingredient from the market, that the market will be mixed. There is pork and there is cow, there is sheep, there is a chicken. So they have everything in the market. So the business actor must be really careful. They must make sure that the ingredient that they buy from that market will have no contamination from other haram ingredient. And then slaughtering, if the business actor have slaughtering, then you have to check the slaughtering process. And then 7 part, preparing the ingredient, the processing, storage, packaging, distribution, selling, and then until the serving the product to the customer. Please make sure that the location, the place that you use, the tools, the facility that you use, the machine, any kind of tools, and also the butcher, the cook, and the person that will be contribute with every process must be kept clean, hygiene, and free from najis and free from non-halal ingredient. So please make sure it will be clean, hygiene, and free from najis. And then must be separated from the location, place, and processing equipment from non-halal products. So if the business actor has 2 lines, if they produce 2 kind of product, the first one, for example, they produce sausage from lamb, and then the other one, they produce sausage from pig. So if they have produced 2 kind of product, then they must have 2 line production and must be separate the processing. Even though the tools, the machine, they must be separated. I think, is there any question? Okay. So the separation must be conducted from the ingredients, storage, weighing, mixing, printing, cooking. You can see this picture. This is the machine. The tools must be separate if you have a halal and non-halal product. The storage itself must be separate too from receiving the ingredient, the materials from, for example, from the market, and then from the market you will clean. How you clean the ingredient, and then you keep it to the storage, and then you take it to the production area, and then after that you keep the product to the storage, and then the facility that you use to storage, it must be separate if you have 2 kind of product, halal and non-halal. Packaging, that will be the same for the packaging process. We have to use the halal packaging. this is already 2000. Next year, I'm sorry. This year is 2026. 26, yes. So this year, October 2026, it will be the mandatory for usage product such as packaging, clothwear, footwear, tableware, every product that we use, but it comes from animal or contains ingredient of animal. So this is 2026. So packaging will be mandatory on this year. So this year, October 2026, the packaging that we use must be halal certified. And then for distribution, please make sure that the third party or the line or the unit in the company that is responsible for distribution have the procedure how they separate when they pick up the storage and then they deliver the product that is halal and non-halal, how they separate and how they make it no contamination, cross-contamination. If the product is not a raw product, such as meat, then the shelves or the vehicle could be in the same vehicle and the same shelves. But if we talk about the raw product, such as meat, then the storage, the fridge must be different. You must separate the place, the machine, the tools, and then the vehicle must be different. And then please make sure that the business actor has the procedure or SOP, how they keep it clean, free from najis, and then free from a non-halal ingredient. So for the procedure of halal product process is about is include the production plan, the ingredient list, production line, must free from, please make sure that every process must free from najis and haram thing. And then how the business actor have the cleaning procedure to make sure that every step of halal product process will be completely comply to our regulation. And then please make sure the tools and then the production line, production area, and please check the document about this system that they already implement. So as a halal auditor, you can come to their storage or their production area. You can check, is it any possible for the animal that cross over the place, or the dirt of the animal, is it possible to contamination, to give contamination to the product or to the facility? Please ask, do you have a cleaning procedure? Can I check? Please check that the cleaning procedure complies to Islamic law. So moderate najis and then mughalazah, they have to implement every kind of najis. And then please check how is the employee, do they use a hair cap? Because if we talk about toyib or the product that will be we not only talk about Islamic law, but the quality of the product must be avoided, even though from the hair of the staff, and then maybe from dust, a small thing like clip or paper clip. Please make sure that every the business actor must prevent if there is other contamination, not only comes from animal, not only comes from surrounding, but also come from human. Okay, then after that, please take a look how they give socialization about their manual system, and then how they evaluate, because the system, since the system is already been made in their company, they must socialize, implement, and then they have to evaluate, does the system that they already implement is already suit to the company or not? Is it any area, room of to improve, or in any leak area to be prevent? So the evaluation is important to the business actor. And then how they have SOP for identification process, handling thing, actually the handling product. So or maybe somehow maybe the business actor could have product that is not comply to the regulation. For example, they already choose the halal ingredient, the slaughtering, and then the additional material, everything is halal, compliant to our regulation. And then the process is clean, there is no cross-contamination, even though from a human or animal. And then after that, they make a good product, a good quality of the product, and then they already launch, sell it to the customer. And somehow, when the QC process occur in the company, somehow they find out that the meat that they use comes from the halal slaughtering house, but the stunning process is not work perfectly. So the chicken that is being slaughtered by stunning process is not being slaughtered in Islamic law, because there is error in from that comes from the machine. So it means the product that already distributed, we cannot say it as a halal product because the ingredient is not halal. So that's how we handling the product. So we must withdraw all of the product from that batch, only from that batch that use the batch of ingredients. So we have to withdraw and handling. How the company handle the product that is not compliant to our regulation is depend on the company itself. Maybe they can sell it as to feed the animal, for example, for the fish, or they can burn it, or they can many things could be is possible to be done by the business actor, but as long as the product cannot be reformulated, reproduce or downgrade and then sell it again, it will be okay, as long as not rework, downgrade, or reproduce, reformulate. And then the business actor must have the procedure of corrective and preventive action to make the possibility of contamination will be that's a preventive action. And then this is what not allowed, reprocessed, downgrade, and reformulated, and cannot be claimed as a halal product. How we handling the product, even though the product is good, is comply or not, we must have the procedure. this is the procedure of cleaning najis. If it's moderate, then you can clean until the taste, the color is gone. But if the najis is mughalazah, then you must clean 7 times, one with dust or soil. Or sometimes nowadays we can find the chemical product that can substitute the dust or soil. And please make sure the equipment that we use is not used interchangeably between pork and non-pork. So it must be separated completely. We cannot use it interchangeably. So for example, if we use the knife to cut the pork, or maybe we have shaved the pig hair, for example, and then after that the shaver we use to the sheep, we cannot use that. We cannot allow that, even though the shaver or the knife already cleaned by najis mughalazah interchangeably. So after we use to the pork, and then we clean 7 times, and then we use it to the chicken, and then after that we use it again for the pork, and then clean 7 times, chicken, pork. It is forbidden based on our regulation. The fourth criteria is about the product itself. So the business actor must produce product from halal ingredient, halal materials, including the raw materials, auxiliary, additional packaging, and cleaning agent must comes from halal ingredient, halal material. Processed in accordance with Islamic law, using equipment, facility. There are no contamination from non-halal ingredients. So every step, every halal production process must comply to this regulation. And then please make sure during the preparation, processing, packaging, storage, transportation, the product is physically separated from other non-halal products or materials according to Islamic law. And then the business actor must produce product or ingredient that is safe for consumption. So besides this part, okay, this one, if this is how we produce the product, from the material, the process, and then until the product will be delivered. But this part is we're talking about the brand. So in our regulation, we cannot use the name of product that contain of alcohol, so such as root beer. I'm sorry, we cannot accept the product that use beer, even though the beer is contain 0% alcohol. But if like root beer, rum raisin, we cannot accept that. So you, as an halal auditor, you can suggest or give recommendation to the business actor to change the brand of the product. If we cannot use the name of pig derivative and the dog derivative, such as beef, even though it's beef, but if the beef the brand is contain beef bacon, hamburger, we cannot accept that. So based on MUI, bacon, ham comes from pork. even though it is already made from a halal animal, but the bacon, the ham that have a connotation from non-halal ingredient. So, and then, for example, a hot dog, or in Korea, a corn dog, that is not allowed due to our regulation. And then we cannot use the satanic name such as vampire, chicken noodles, cassava ghost paper, for example. We can accept that. And then we cannot accept the product that leads to disbelief or evil, like Valentine chocolate or Christmas tree chocolate, for example. And then we cannot accept the product that the brand of the product that contain the erotic or vulgar and porn things. For example, sexy booty chocolate, for example, we cannot accept that. So besides the material, the processing, please make sure that the business actor really use the name that is allowed due to our regulation. For packaging, since this is already 2026, so please make sure that please be prepared to use the package that already have halal certificate. And then please check if the business actor already got halal certificate. Then please make sure that every product that comes from that company that already registered as a halal from BPJPH, every product must be labeled by halal certificate from Indonesia. So please check the package. It must be the business actor must have the halal label on their product. And then for the traceability, we can use the batch production as a traceability of the processing and then the product itself. We can have traceability from the document itself too, from the procedure, from the SOP. So it makes us easier to check whether is it comply or not. For the monitoring and evaluation, you can ask the business actor, do you already have or conduct the internal audit process? Who is the internal auditor? And then what is the conclusion of the internal audit? Is there any observation, or is it any issue from the internal audit? And then how they make a corrective action to the internal audit, you can start from that too. So this is the example of the list of halal materials. So this is the example of the product name and the brand. Maybe I don't mention the brand here, but you can, for example, cow meat, any brand, for example. The meat is a raw material produced by the healthy meat from Australia, and Australia already has halal certificate from this institution. Please check, is it still valid or not? Sometimes, like I said before, many institution only release the certificate for about 3 or 4 years. So please check whether is it still valid or not. And then for flour, it is come from BPJPH. So if the product already has halal certificate from BPJPH, then it will be long-lasting, legal to be used, because BBGPH will always be legal to be used, since there's no new of ingredient. And then talking about the egg, this is the fresh egg, and fresh onion, because the egg and onion doesn't add by any kind of additional or auxiliary material and doesn't have any processing. So we call it as positive list. So you don't have to find the certificate, halal certified, halal certification number, the date of halal. No, you don't have to find this part. You can you just can check the egg, the onion, is it still okay or not? As an halal auditor, please, if the business actor, this is the list material, for example, they use sugar, the brand is ABC, for example. But when you come to the field, when you come to the processing area, or you come to the production process, you find the sugar that they use is, the brand is not ABC, but the brand is sunflower, for example. If you find out the material that they use is different from the list of material, and I'm sorry. Okay. If you find out the material that they use is different from the manual and and in the field, so please give recommendation to the business actor to use the ingredient that only they state in this list. So they cannot use the ingredient that is not in this list. So if they still want to use the ingredient that is not in this list, please ask the business actor to add the ingredient to this list. Okay. I want to answer the question from Miss Nigora. I don't know, Miss or Mr. The client wanted to call their product Pina Colada, the name of the cocktail, Pina Colada. We asked them to refrain. Pina Colada. I'm sorry. What is the main problem of this product? Is it the Pina Colada is like beer in your country? Okay, so if the product that we use for the brand is not so if the HCB, they have their own Sharia board, so that means it could be comply to their own regulation, not only to MUI. If MUI, any kind of beer cannot be used. But if you have halal certificate from HCB, they have their own halal Sharia board. So it will be depend on the regulation for actually. Is that clear enough? Pina colada. Pina colada. Okay. Can you explain about your question? Or my answer is, this is the name of, oh, okay. Yes, you can ask them to change the brand of the product. When you ask them to refrain, yeah, that's a good move. And then the next thing, you can ask them to change the brand, so so they can pass the process of halal certificate. So but it's contain if it's contain we cannot accept the ingredient that comes from if it's contain of room. Okay, thank you. So in Indonesia, in our regulation, we have a standard, a minimum standard, how we can deal with the alcohol. Alcohol is different from khamar. It's a different thing. Khamar is an alcohol, but every alcohol is not. Sometimes it could be alcohol, but sometimes it doesn't comes to a khamar. So khamar is alcohol, but alcohol sometimes it's khamar, sometimes it's not. So for the beverage, the standard minimum is 0.05% for the beverages. But for the food, pharmacy, cosmetic, it depends on the food safety, and then from the our health based on every country regulation. But as long as the alcohol is not come from the khamar industry, it will be okay for food, cosmetic, and a pharmacy. But if the alcohol, even though we only use below from 0.05%, we cannot accept that, since if we use from khamar industry. But if we use the alcohol not comes from khamar industry for the beverages, we can accept that. We can accept as long as the alcohol is below from 0.05%. Okay. So sometimes please make once again, please make sure that business actor only can use the list of material that only stated in this manual. If you find out the ingredient that they use that is not belong to this manual, you can reject that, or you can ask them to improve the manual. So if the ingredient is 5, for example, then what material that you saw in the field must be 5 too. 5 category, 5 kind of ingredient. And then this is the matrix. This is the this is the metric of product and material. So how we read this metric is plain bread consists of flour, egg, and sugar. And the sandwich consists of meat, flour, egg, onion, and sugar. So this is what we call the matrix of product and material. I'm sorry, it's still in Bahasa. And then this is the layout of production area. Once you read as an halal auditor, the first thing you can have desk evaluation. You can see, please examine the production area. Where is the input and output area? Is it possible to the animal comes to the production area, or where is the toilet? Where is the cleaning process? Is there any contamination? Where is the fridge? So you can examine from the desk evaluation by this sheet. This is already this is the part of halal manual. And then if you ask the internal audit from the company, you can see you can take a look or analyze the management review for the scope, commitment scope. They already the result, they must carry out the internal halal training for division. So you can ask, do you already have this one? If it's suitable, you can check it more detail. It will be okay. And then for example, monitoring evaluation, you can ask where is the corrective action? Can we take a look? And then you can analyze. Okay, that's all my session for today. We still have much time to discuss if there any question from my brother and sister. It will be a pleasure.
Yes, please, Miss Sabana, raise hand, please, Miss Sabana.
Thank you so much, Sister Gita, for your beautiful presentation. I was just wondering about the using of the facility for both halal and non-halal products. And in a non-halal product, I would go for example, like if some of the food processing industries, if they are using pork products, like ingredients, like in a material, so would it be like could be carried out in a separate place or in a separate line? Is it allowed, or it's not like a slaughtering house, not the abattoir that they are doing, but just for example, gelatin derived from pork or any other ingredients? So still, like, yes, of course, there will be a strict criteria to keep those things separately, but can it be used under one roof? My question is that, can these materials, like the pork-derived ingredients, can be stored or processed under one roof?
Okay. Thank you, Miss Sabana. So, if the business actor has two kind of production, it has two kind of product, halal and non-halal, it will be pretty. There will be the cost is much higher than other, because in our regulation they must be separated, but it could be still in the same roof, but the area must be different. For example, if the production line is in the same roof, but the area must be separated, completely separated, or different room, same roof. Is it okay? Same building, but a different area. Include the fridge, the storage area must be a different room too. Is that clear enough?
Yeah, so it's like okay, so those ingredients, maybe if it's like in a dry form, not maybe, So it should be not like it's under the same roof, but allocated different area, correct?
Actually, once actually the things that in our regulation it is stated that it must be separated, but it is not detailed how they
Yes, just
how
to clarify,
they
because I understand like Indonesia, because like I'm working here in Australia, and some of the companies, they might have like some products that could be using some pork-based ingredients. So like for them to like, and those will not be maybe in a huge amount or like huge products, but just some limited products that they will be using pork-based ingredients. So how would they manage like, yes, of course, the separation, I understand it, like there should be like a 1.5 meter separation between the racks and things. But my question was that under the, like from the BPJPH rule, that's it could be like kept under the same roof, even though like, yes, of course, the physical separation will be there and the cleaning procedure will be applied, but can be used on the same production line, and then the proper cleaning process will be happening in between the production of the halal and some of the haram products, which be using those pork-based ingredients. That was my question. So it can be carried out under the same roof or not? Just to clarify.
Actually, yeah, okay. Actually, as I already I ever asked BPJPH about this situation because the concern or the issue that coming out is if they must have in different building like a slaughtering process, it will be so much higher cost. So once they told me that even the cold process must be in the different building. So but I think it's already, because since the detail of the separation is not stated in the regulation itself. So okay, so I think it will be it could be in the same roof, but please make sure that the production line is different different place in the same roof, but different place, including the processing, cleaning place and cleaning area, and then the storage cold storage must be different too, in the same building, but different room or different place.
Yes.
You cannot. Yes.
Yeah, but the cold storage is again coming, as I said, it's like the food process. Like it's like, for example, a candy, a chocolate, and things like that. It's not like involved like slaughtering, keeping the animals on that. So yeah, I understand, like we have, because as you mentioned already, that there is no specific details about that process, but as long as we are making sure that it's being separated and not coming into contact with the halal production. So thank you so much, Sister Geeta, for that. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Brother Ikram. It's all about.
I have one question.
Yes.
My question is this, that you mentioned about the supervisor, the halal supervisor.
Supervisor, yes.
In the company, yes, in the company. Yes, I'm just working in Australia, and we have the meat supervisor even in the chicken and in the other meat companies, they have must like the halal supervisor. But when it's come to the dairy product, so they don't have the halal supervisor. So they have only the quality manager who can control, but he's not like halal supervisor. So can you please explain to me this one?
Okay. Um, okay. Halal supervisor. So when you check whether the business actor has halal supervisor or not, it only be valid if they can show you the halal certificate from the training of halal supervisor. That will be that means comply to our regulation. But if they only say, yes, I already have a halal supervisor, but there is no evidence of like a halal certificate, there's no certification from the halal training from Indonesia, that is not halal supervisor.
All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Jazakallah, sister. Thank you so much.
So if they doesn't have halal supervisor, which is comply to that those criteria, you can suggest them to you can hire the halal supervisor from I think there is they can hire halal supervisor that already passed the training from other institution, or they can hire from Indonesia itself. A halal supervisor could be work remotely, or they can come to the a company.
All
Okay.
right. Okay. Because you mentioned particularly that in every company they must have the halal supervisor.
Yes.
So I was just thinking about, oh, for the dairy product or for the sugarcane factory, so they don't have usually the halal supervisor. But yes, they usually they always get like halal training to himself and to their staffs. So that they always do that. But I was a little bit like they're not sure. So yeah, okay, no, thank you very much. Jazakallah, sister. That is a very good explanation. Thank you so much.
So as an halal auditor, you have to check what is the institution that issued the halal certification. So from the I will show you how to check the so as an halal auditor, you have to check BPGPH. So if you want to terlihat nggak, Kang? Mute.
Kelihatan.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you the first for example, you ask the business actor, do you have your halal supervisor? Oh yes. Can you show me the certification? So once you receive the halal certification, please check the institution that issued the certification. The institution that only recognized BPGPH only state in this part, this part. So you can check this one.
Yeah.
You can check does the institution is this one or this one. If there's no the institution is not listed in this page, so you can reject that.
Right. Okay.
Only 38 institutions recognized by BPGPH, and if I'm not mistaken, it's still in Indonesia, based in Indonesia.
Right. Okay.
Like our institution, Halal Institute. Yeah, okay. So go to SJPH and
Yeah.
then you can find the in this page you can
Mhm.
also check the HCB, this
Yes.
one. So
Yeah.
when you examine the material, for example, the company use sugar that have halal certificate. If you must check the HCB that issued the halal certificate. If the
Mhm.
HCB is not listed in this page, is not participate in this 101 HCB, then you can reject that.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, this only HCB that already stated in this page have accreditation and MRA
Yes.
only recognized by BGPH.
Okay.
So if the HCB is not listed in this page, so you can ask the business actor to choose other material from this HCB.
Okay. Sister,
Okay.
we will be able to get this on the slide
Um, uh,
just for
okay,
our
okay.
information, please.
Okay, okay. I will add this information to my slide.
Thank you. Jazakallah khair.
Okay. Shukran. For the question of from about Carmen. Carmine is used for dyeing. Due to our MUI fatwa, it could be used the carmine as long as not as long as is good due to a health issue. So the carmine is halal due to MUI fatwa. Betul, Kang Asep?
Ya, karmin menurut MUI fatwa halal, tapi sebagai pewarna saja, bukan sebagai apa namanya? Ya pewarna aja, nggak
Yeah.
dimakan mentah gitu.
Yeah, so if the carmine is used to the carmine itself is halal because it's live on the cactus and then doesn't consume najis. So carmine is determined halal from based to our MUI. So the use of carmine for food for dyeing it's halal through our regulation from MUI. Okay, we still have 10 minutes. Okay, welcome. We still have 10 minutes more to discuss.
Ibu Gita, I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, first, thank you for the material. And I'm sorry if I missed this information, but should the supervisor be a Muslim?
Yes.
Okay,
So,
but how, in case of like in country that has a minority of Muslim, it's kind of hard to find a Muslim supervisor. How about that case? For example, in Europe.
they can hire a house supervisor from Indonesia.
Oh, but then it's yeah, I know that they can work remotely, for example, but don't you think it is more efficient for them to work like in that place?
Yes.
Because they are supervisor and they need to see like every production line, the
Yes.
purchasing and everything like directly. And
Yes.
I also do think that if they already got training, then they do understand, even though they are not Muslim. So yeah, I'm just wondering what is the reason for that rules.
Mm, mm, I'm sorry to say, but our regulation is mandatory to it's mandatory to have halal supervisor that already passed the training from our institution. And the first term and condition requirement is the person must be halal before they enter the before they register to the training of halal supervisor. So yeah, I do understand about the difficult to comply to our regulation, but we are sorry to say it is mandatory.
Okay, so every because you previously also show like a lots of training agency, like halal training agency. Do they also require that things? I mean, like statement that they are Muslim, or
Yes.
only halal institute? Yeah.
Every those 38 institution, the requirement is the same, must be Muslim.
Okay, but how about the halal team itself?
What? Excuse me?
Halal team, not the halal supervisor, but the halal team.
Halal team could not be. It is not mandatory for the halal team to be a Muslim. But please make sure that in the halal management team there is one halal supervisor, and that must be Muslim. But if the manager of supervisor of the production that is in the halal management team is not Muslim, it will be okay. But the halal supervisor must be Muslim, and it must be part of halal management team.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Ibu Gita.
Sama-sama.
Okay, thank you, Dita. And then I think we still have time to one question. We still have 5 minutes. Mr. Muhammad Ikram Khan, raise your hand, please.
Yes, I'm sorry. This is a little bit important question for me. It is something to do with the halal supervisor. If the halal supervisor must be like a Sunni, or it could be a Shia too.
Oh.
Like a Shia,
okay.
yeah, either it can be like a Sunni supervisor, like a Sunni, or it could be like a Shia too. So this is for my the personal information, please.
Okay. In our regulation, we only it is only stated that Islam. So it doesn't whether it's Sunni or Shia, as long as Islam.
Thank you so much, sister. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. Oh, Miss Sabana also raise hand. I think we still have time. Okay, please, Miss Sabana.
Just a quick one. Could we get the slides of this presentation, please, before
Yes.
winding up? Thank you.
Okay, I will send it to our MOT right? I have to add some information that is requested by Mr. I forget. I have to add some information before I send to Mr. Asad.
Thank you so much, sister. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you so much for this presentation.
Okay, I think closing statement aja.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
udah.
please.
Okay, so thank you so much for my brother and sister from around the world. So I'm so happy for that you can join the Indonesia halal system. I hope you can help us to make halal product worthwhile. Welcome to halal ecosystem. I hope the process to comply to this regulation is not hard enough for you, for everyone, including us in Indonesia. So we can still get in touch. I'm sorry for any mistake or any answer that is not satisfy everyone in here. Good luck to the rest of your training. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you, Miss Gita Morinda. Thank you all of participants.